Hi everyone, this is Hanzala, and on this video we are taking a look into pod security standards. So this question is telling us that there is a deployment called hacker in the namespace red, which mounts the run container D as the host path volume on the node is running. So this means that this pod can access other data from other containers, which is a security risk. So to prevent this, we need to use the pod security standards to enforce the baseline, and then this is going to stop the pod from being created. So let's take a look at the step one, which what I would recommend is to switch to the namespace that it is telling us that we need to check. It just makes it easier for us. So we'll do set context, tab, and then we'll do namespace, and we'll do team red. So if you do get pod, we can see it's there, and we can check the deployment as well. Let's do describe deployment hacker, and we can see over here it's mounted as run container D. Now to do this, we'll have a look at the Kubernetes documentation. We'll do pod security standards, we can look that up. I'll open this up in a new tab, and we can see over here that we have admission labels, which is enforce policy violations. So this will cause the pod to be rejected, which is what we want. If you have warn, this will just give you a warning. And also there's levels to it, which is privileged, baseline, and restricted. If you want more information about that, we can just open up this tab. We can see that privilege would give an unrestricted policy, and restricted would be completely heavily restricted. We want baseline here. Now, how would we apply this? Let's go back on the documentation. We can see over here it's enforce pod security standards with namespace labels. Let's open this up. And over here you can see the label which is applied, and this shows us that it's going to enforce the baseline on this namespace. So all we need to do is we need to get the namespace, and we can do edit namespace, and we need the namespace which is team-red, and that's the namespace we are on. And we can see the label over here, so we just want to apply this over here, and let's copy this. It and just sort the syntax out, line it up properly, and we just need to save this now. And you can see that it's given us a warning about the host path volumes, and what the question wants us to do now is delete the pod of the deployment mentioned above. So let's do delete pod hacker, and if we do now get pods, should be nothing there, and if we do get deployments, we can see it's 0 to 1. And what we want to do now is it wants us to write the event lines for the ReplicaSet events. So we can do, let's get the replicaSet, and let's do describe. And what we want to do here now is just copy some of the event logs. So we'll start from here and we'll copy some of them. Do copy, it's copied. Just double check. And what we want to do is just echo that into the directory it's telling us to put it in. So we'll do this. Once you write this out, just paste it into this. And now if we cat, this should have the event logs over here. And if you do get pods again, you'll see the pod is still struggling to recreate because now the baseline is enforced, and it's stopping the pod from being created because of the host path. So we do end exam now. Just give us 30 seconds to a minute. It should give us should assess the question. While this is loading up, guys, drop us a like and a comment if you found this useful. And as you can see, this is passed. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you found this useful on the pod security standards and how you can enforce this and how you can look up the documentation if you get a similar question like this in the mock exams or the exams. Thank you for watching.